Hello, welcome back to another Happy Japan tutorial. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to adjust your machine's timing.
So if we've determined that our machine's timing is out of position, the first thing we're going to want to do is to get access to our rotary hook, which is the system that our bobbin goes into. So we're going to want to remove the needle plate. We're going to grab our right angled tool, and we'll have two screws on the needle plate, either on the back or one on the back, one on the front. We're just going to come in here and loosen both of them. Once we loosen both of them, we can manually remove the screws. Two screws out, we can lift up the needle plate and have access to the rotary hook. We'll also want to put our plastic cover down on our 7 and 12 needle machines. On our 15 needle machines, we will have to unscrew the metal plate to get access to the rotary hook. After that, we're going to move on to the panel to move the needle down in order to check the timing to adjust it. So now that we're here at the panel, we're going to want to click on our menus. We're going to go to Other, go to Maintenance. This is where we can control the positioning of our needle with the rotary hook. So we're going to click on these arrows to turn it to drive, and then this plus button to drive the needle down. So we're going to want to drive the needle down into a down position, making sure that it's down. The only thing that matters is that here at the screen, our angle is lower than 20. Now we're going to go to the back. No matter what machine we're on, it'll always be at the back. We're going to see this wheel. We either might have to remove a rubber cap or two little rubber circles. We're going to look in here and we're going to see some numbers. And we're also going to see a little metal pick. We're going to be going off the bottom of the pick. So we're going to grab our 3mm Allen key that comes in our machine. We're going to put it in the screw hole. And then we're just gonna move our pick until it's at 24. So you'll have to get really close in there to see that the line is right under 24. Now that we've moved our timing to 24, we're gonna come here back to the front. And perfect timing, or what it should look like, it's just like this. So we have a hook back here, this one moving in the back behind the needle, the bottom one needs to be hidden completely behind the needle. There also is a business card's length of thickness between the needle and the rotary hook. We will attach some images of some close-ups, but in the event that it doesn't look like that, say that it's off, either too far forward or too far backward while we're on 24, that means that our timing is out of position. So all we have to do is loosen our rotary hook and readjust the position. So to loosen the rotary hook, we're going to want to come to the right-hand side of it with a flathead screwdriver. And we're going to have 3 screws to loosen here on the side. So we're just going to come in here and loosen the first screw. Now we can either manually move the rotary hook to see the next screw, or we can go to the screen and move it. But I'm going to move it manually to access the next screw. Same thing, just loosen it. And then go to the last screw. And same thing right here, just loosen it. So after we've loosened the rotary hook, we should be able to move it back and forth and side to side just like this. Now, you just want to be aware of a little hole up here at the top. If you see this little metal post that sticks up, it holds the front part of the rotary hook in place. to keep it still while the rest spins. And the reason is that there's a little hole up here for the needle to go in. We'll attach an image so you can get a better idea of what it looks like. But we just want to make sure that when we move the needle down for our next step, that this metal post stays here so it doesn't accidentally move and we get a needle break. So our next step would be to move the needle down into the hole. So we're going to do that on our panel. Same way we press drive to move it down. We're going to do that right now while holding the outer case of the rotary hook so it doesn't spin, so we don't get a needle break while it goes down. So now that we've moved it down a little, I want to move it side to side just to make sure that my needle is indeed in that little hole. Now that I see that it is, we're going to pull it back up, and now we're going to go to the back of the machine and move it back to 24. And now we're here at the back, and you can see that our post is right below or above the 25, indicating that we're on 24. So now that we've gone to 24 in the back, our needle's in the down position, and all we have to do is position our hook in the right spot with the needle and then tighten the screws one by one. So we will attach the images again, but our needle needs to be right in front of the hook. So if you see this little flat piece, that little flat piece needs to be hidden right behind the needle, along with having a slight distance in between it. So what I like to do is I like to grab my finger and set my nail behind this hook. I'm going to set my position just like so, and then I'll grab any tool, preferably a smaller flathead, because I want to make the hook touching the needle, and then I'm going to use this to bounce it to give it a slight distance. So like I said, it's going to be about a business card thick, but we will add an image so you can get a better idea. But when I push it, I should see a slight bend, a slight flex to it, very minimally. After I see that, we're going to go on the side and tighten the screw. Now we're not going to want to tighten it all the way or really tight. We're just going to tighten it enough so it doesn't move it doesn't move once we start spinning it to see the other needles. So we're going to press plus so it'll move to see the other needle on the other side. We're going to hold it down so it doesn't move again, and then we're going to tighten the screw, and then do that for the last one. And we're going to want to bring the needle down again because we want to check our work. After we have it there, we're going to go back to 24. I'm going to go back to 24. I was a little bit behind, so let me line it up here, since we can check timing that way as well. If we line up the positioning to the proper position, we can check in the back and make sure that it lines up to 24. So here's the position in the front. So now that we've confirmed on the back that we're at 24 and we see the positioning here at the front, it looks good, and we see the positioning between the needle and the hook looks good. All that's left to do is to re-put everything back on, like the needle plate, the cap if you took it off, and then do an embroidery test.